Sorry, there was technical difficulties there, as we are back for the start of Cameron Don's lap, I think. As no, actually we're going to pay attention to Jack Bailey, who's actually on course to win the title. He is in first place on the medium tyres as he's going into this chicane coming out of sector 1. He's gone purple because he's the only person setting a lap time. As I do get confirmation that my Boeing 747 other PlayStation is heard, so you can hear me, guys, for the finale, as Jack is now onto the first of the main straights here in Abu Dhabi. It's all dry for quali and race, so no rain will be heard, so there'll be no rain for these drivers to deal with. So we have Jack Bailey on. So basically almost everyone's on a lap, only Jack, Fodor and Alex and Adrian are all on the mediums, the rest of them the softs. That's Jack invalidates. Oh, he invalidates going into one of the second chicanes, I think. I don't know the corner names. As we're going on to Cameron, who has not invalidated. So we'll stick on him. This is a blind apex. We need to guess where it is, whether they have to brake, but luckily these guys have a line on. Because now he's rounding. He's going over to the penultimate corner and is now on the final corner. What time will it be? I have no idea what a good time is around here. It's going to be a 1:36.4. What can... I think it's Ennis. It is Ennis. Ennis is invalidated. What about... No, it's not Stevie. It's his teammate Jab, who can also try and win the title, but the three drivers, Ennis, Steven and Jack, all have to DNF. He's on an outlap. So now we go to Ennis. No, we don't go to Ennis. We go to Algard. He goes, wow, 7/10 slower than Jay Sully. Then we have Boyman, maybe. Boyman's pitting. He doesn't like the lap. As someone's crashed, it's Banglabai. He's done a Latifi. Now we have Alfa Romeo Swistak, who's gone very wide through there. Good check. He's gone purple. We'll go back onto Swistak. I think he's the next person to third lap. Now he's going through the penultimate corner. Shorts it into fifth. Doesn't hit the orange curve of death. Goes into the penultimate corner now. Gets on the power as soon as he can. And he sets up 41.4. So that mistake in sector 3 must have hurt his lap time. As we're now going into the second... Oh, I think he's second place in the championship, Stevie. But he's pitting. He's decided to abort the lap. We head on to Isford, who did have a purple sector 2, but it could be the game. Let's see. It will. Maybe he's made a mistake in sector 3. I don't know, but it's a 38.5. Who's next on the track? It will be the Red Bull of Jack Bailey. Let's see. He's on old tyres, so he hasn't decided to pit. Oh, but he gets on the curb and he's... Ooh, that's lucky there. He got some bit of oversteer as he goes around the final corner now, and he sets a 1:36.6. 2/10 off Cameron on worse tyres as we're now... on with João Santos, who's fourth place. Goes through the final corner now, and he sets a 1:37 flat. That's Jack is retired. Oh, he's retired coming out of... We'll stick on João just to see where he's retired. I think he's gotten the curb. He got in the curb on long right hander, and it sent him, well, to not think of a better word of it, to Narnia. And it has. As we now... Most of the drivers are going to pit now, but apart from Alex, he's going to set his first proper lap time. It's going to be a 38 flat. He's banged up on the lap, but he is, but he's invalidated. That was also a 38 flat. As we have Sista going slowly. And I think that's it for so far. So Stevie hasn't set a lap time yet, nor NS. As you see that Stevie is out. Bangladesh still hasn't set a lap. 4 drivers still haven't set a lap time, so I can't really comment. But I think on how it would end up. But I think pole time 35.9. I think this man right here will get a 35.9 because it seems like on time trial he has been practicing quite a bit. Maybe a high 39, low 36. As I will quickly get up the driver standings. So Jack Bailey leads the championship by 6 points to Stephen Prabhu, via Ferrari, sorry, that you're watching now. Is Villeneuve on a lap? No, Villeneuve's pitting. What about Boyman? Boyman's coming out the pits. What about Alex? Alex, I think, is pitting. So the 4 main drivers you really have to worry about was P2 currently Jack Bailey, P3 currently João Santos, P11 currently Enes Severi, and P12 currently Stephen Prabhu. As well, João Santos and the other Ferrari needs an almost perfect race from him, and a dreadful run for Jack, Alex, and Stevie for him to win the title. Jack needs to finish ahead of Stevie by Stevie needs to finish ahead of Jack by 6 points to win the title, and Enes needs to basically come 5th, and for Jack to not get any points for him to win the title. Or if Enes wins, Jack only needs to get on the podium as well. Anyways, we're watching Stephen Prabhu on a lap. Is he braking at the 100-meter board? Clips the entry curb, doesn't put really any forward, gets on the power as soon as possible. He's shifting up now on the second of the DRS straights. Let's see. Can he be? Oh, it's a wild Linus joins.
I don't want to interrupt you, but Roy is in the Discord, so if you maybe want to stream it on your own and leave the quali, I don't know, it's up to you. I just want to tell you that Roy is here.
I can try and do that quickly, but
I mean, it's up to you. I just wanted to tell you.
Steve's invalidated. Is any of the big on the lap? I don't think they are. As I think, is anyone else on a lap? As, oh wow, AG Dude bumps up to 3rd. So he's found 1.3 seconds. Boyman's also up to 4th, so whilst I was sorting myself out, I just needed to watch the race. As now James is on a lap, he wants to improve. It's 5 seconds down. Stevie is also on a lap again. As he's going through the second back straight now. As Cameron Donner's also on an out lap. So when this lap finishes, as Stevie goes purple apparently. I see he's going through the penultimate sector now. Almost hits the wall where Nick Latifi did. Goes through the penultimate corner now. Gets on the curb. The orange curb. That could lead you to spin though, from my experience. As he sets a 35.9. No one improve, please. A 35.9 as we have Cameron Don doing donuts. He's obviously happy that Stevie's gone P1. As we're now on board with Swiftstack, who's a 10th up. As I think Ennis is still not on a lap. So does he want to qualify in the mediums? I mean, Jack Bailey is for sure. But that Swiftstack goes very wide into the second sector. He's missed his braking point. Yeah, and he's cut the whole chicane. Let's see if he's lost time from it, but he surely should have. As we have Cameron on a lap. He's invalidated. What about Isford? No, not Isford, sorry. Isford's pitted. Adrian or Algard. Let's see, will he be up? I don't know if he's up yet. As Swissak's retired, has he retired on track? I don't know. We'll go to Bangladesh to see. It looks like he's actual. It looks like he made a mistake on track, just opposite to the wall where Latifi did it in 2021. As Algard is 7/10ths up. This will put him P4, P3. No. What am I talking about? This could be P2. If he could find more time, we'll go into the more of a. We'll probably beat Stevie's time, which would be good news for Ennis and everyone else. But he goes wide. Oh, there's still time there. He's lost time there from that mistake, surely. So let's see. Will it still be in? Will it be in the 35s or will it be in the 36s? He goes across the line now and he does a 36-1. He goes P2. So that mistake there could have cost him a 10th that he needed to try and to beat Stevie's time. And so Alex now starting his lap time. I think we have also have Cameron starting his lap, but he's invalidated again. What about Alex? And he's gone through sector 1. I missed out if he was going purple or not. We would assume he would be because he's on the softs compared to his mediums. Cameron's invalidated. He's already set his lap. So he's going through the first chicane. Doesn't really lose the back end. Goes on to the second DRS straight. So let's see, will he be purple? Because he needs to find almost 8/10ths to try and challenge for pole. And he's found 7.9. 0.79 tenths, 0.79 seconds, just under 8/10ths. They need to find a bit more though to try and secure pole, because obviously only the 2 Ferraris and the 2 Honda powered cars are only within the shot of the title. So if anyone else gets on pole, they would lose points from it, because in the ERO pole position there's 1 point. As Alex goes a bit wide where Adrian did as well, that cost him time for pole. Let's see, he's going through around the final corner now. Gets the power down in 4th gear. Goes across the line now, sets a 35.3. Wow. Strong lap there by the British driver. As he did spin, he's out. I thought he spin, but let's see. Algard's invalidated. About Isford. No, not Isford. It's because everyone's about Isford and I can't see. Villeneuve has spun into a wall. As we are waiting for someone else. I think Cameron is on a lap. But it's that I'm not sure though. So let's see, it was Bangladesh on a lap. Bangladesh is not on a lap. So I think we will stick on Cameron. As Villeneuve decided to pit. Will he still have enough time to stay at lap time? As Cameron is narrowly up, but it's not enough for him to increase his position. Let's see, he's going through sector 3 now. But probably one of the trickiest sectors to do, as Ennis is out but on the medium compound tyres. So he wants to qualify on the medium for this race. As Stevie is starting his lap, but we will not stick on Team Ice. He's gone wide. As he will cut on now to Stephen Prabhu. He needs to find 6/10ths to gain pole position and gain an extra point towards Jack Bailey. Let's see, but he's narrowly up. It won't be enough at the minute. He needs to find more time in sector 2 now. As he's going into the hairpin now. If he can get a good exit, it will really help him on the straight. As I think he does. He's now powering on the straight of the Ferrari powered car. Into 8th gear now. As he's coming up towards the first chicane of many, the second chicane of many, as he narrowly touches the apex, clips the second one, gets in full power on the 4th, has to stable the car a little bit as he's now powering down the second straight in this middle sector. Let's see about the delta. Will he be up? He's down. He's down, so it needs to all be in the final sector. Did he lose time where Adrian and Alex went wide? And he's now going into turn sector 2 into blind apex corner. As he Nick takes that beautifully. Goes into third, short shift, back up to fourth. Goes back down to third, short shift, back up to fourth. And he's now breaking it. Oh, he's gone wide at the final corner. Oh, does he still have time to make another lap? He will. But he's got half the RS to do it on. Let's see, is anyone else on a lap? What about Ennis? Ennis is not on a lap. Is there time? Just about time for the British driver to make it as Boyman is spinning. And there's not enough time. It's not enough time for Zhao, so surely pitting and getting onto another set of tyres has surely ruined his chance of maybe fighting for the top 5, maybe even pole. As we now have Stephen on his lap time now. And Cameron is as well, I think. Let's see. No, Cameron's gone slowly, he's run out of fuel. So Stevie was a 10th up. Let's see now. Going into sector 2 again. Will he be up this time? There was not. He kept it stable through that bit, unlike last time. Let's see as he's going into sector 3 now. He's narrowly up. He's lost a bit of time and he's gone wide. He's invalidated. So he will not get pole. What about Ennis? We'll cut onto Ennis now. He's set a 58.5 in the middle sector. I have no idea if that's good or not. As he's going into the second sector now. Takes it well. Stevie's retired. We'll find out if I was on track. No, he's retired on track. As Ennis now clips the blind Narnia corner and keeps it in third here. Keeps it in third throughout, unlike Stevie. He likes to short up to fourth at every corner in that little bit. As he's now coming into the penultimate corner, does not hit the orange curb. Short goes into fourth instead of third, and he sets a 1:36.1. That's gone P3. Amazing lap time by the British driver, considering he's on the mediums. So it's P3, P4 for AlphaTauri. Solid qualifying by them both. That is it for qualifying. Let me actually take a look at the team standings, see if that's anything to fight for. As we are waiting for Boyman Wabenga to pit. As we're going through the lineup now, as Alex Wells takes pole position by 5 tenths compared to the championship contender Stephen Pravu, and narrowly behind him will be Enes Safari in P3. In P4 we have Adrian, P5 we have Cameron Don, in P6 we have the championship leader Jack Bailey, P7 we have Boyman, P8 we have P4 in the standings Joe Villeneuve, P9 we have Bangla Bai or Asif Albam, P10 we have James Sullivan, and the people who have 3 choice of tyres in P11 and P12 will be Fodor Isvan and Swistak or Max. I'll take this time, give me 2 seconds. as we're now going around on the formation lap, let's quickly see what everyone's tyres are on. They are... So Ennis and Jack have to start in the mediums. The rest have gone softs. So I think this differs from from every other track, as in I think this is a 2-stop maybe, softs, medium soft, or soft medium, or medium soft. But they could stretch it out to a 1-stop. However, there'll probably be 7 stops because of safety cars. As you can tell by qualifying, pretty hard to keep out of the wall once you go spinning. And some of you may be thinking, where is the new 22 layout? It's in F1 22, which you can now officially buy. You could have pre-ordered it on the Champions Edition, but now you can get it for normal edition now. And with that, you can sign up to ERO. I think sign up deadline is like middle of August, so you have about 2 months, about a month and a bit to practice and join some of these drivers on the grid, maybe next season. As they are going through, I should get the corner names actually, hang on. So there aren't corner names. Okay. So we'll just go by the we'll just go by T1 and T2 and turn 3 and all that sort of stuff. As we have Boyman deciding that he wants to be the leading Haas. As he's now setting up into his grid slot, then followed by everyone else in order, hopefully. Let's see. Nope, that probably could be the game. As let me sort out 5 lights and away we go. Is there? Oh, that one could be work. Okay. There we go. Right, as we have 3, 4, 5 red lights, and lights out, and away we go. And I think Stevie gets a good start. Yes, he does. He'll be side by side as Ennis will go make it 3 wide into turn 1. Oh, there's contact between the 2 championship contenders. Oh my god, Stephen probably is left spinning, and Ennis has gone all the way down to P7, sorry. As they have Cameron P2. João Santos P4. Boyman P5. Jack P6. As always, there's 2 cars spinning. It's the Alpine and Williams of Aesford, Banglabai and James Sullivan. That's controversial contact there. I don't want to speak any more on the matter, as now we'll get the intervals. There we go. So there's already a gap between the top 8 and the P9, Jesus. As they're all following Alex like a snake. Because it's very hard to overtake on this track. You have the 2 main straights. And apart from that, that's about it, unless you trust each other in Sector 3. This is golden for Jack Bailey. This is exactly what he needs, I think, as Stevie gets past James at P11. So Stevie has it all to do now for the next 28 laps, as Banglabai already gets a penalty. That's sudden, and as now Boyman falls out the top 4's DRS. So will get enabled. As the game is saying the strategy is a 2-stop. I think you might agree with it, but proving wrong is Ennis is going into the pits. Does Ennis have damage? As there's another spin from Banglabai. I don't know if that was a reset to track or not. As let's see, is that... Oh, it is for wing damage. So this has gone from great to even better for Jack Bailey, who will know that then is pitting. As there's another spin, now that's Stevie spinning again. He's lost his front wing maybe. Oh, that's a terrible camera angle. Has he lost his front wing? I may have lost an end plate, but I don't know. If he hasn't, he's done well to keep out of the wall. As for top two, as Adrian and Cameron are done going side by side in the apex in the chicane. So let's see who's got more ERS to use. Cameron's so far ahead, but will Adrian send it back down the inside into the chicane? Cameron will be covering it off. He'll be covering the inside. Adrian chooses the outside of the first part of the chicane, then inside for the second, then back out on the outside for the third. And he cuts some contact and he spun. He clipped the curb too much and he spun. Put him down to P7. So now this puts João Santos into P3. This might be enough for him to beat PT as Alex, as because of Cameron and Adrian's battling, Alex is gained 2.7 seconds. Drama in the first 3 laps. As let's see. So yeah, the question is, would João want to stay behind Cameron? Or would he want to try and overtake him and get track position? As he's lost 2 tenths through sector 1. Would he even have DRS maybe? It'll be close as they go through the little hairpin now. It's 1.0. Was it? Has João Santos done enough? I don't think he has. He hasn't. He hasn't done enough. Cameron Dunn is outside of the 1 second mark. This means Boyman may have a go at João. Let's see. Heading into turn 6 maybe? Going round the outside. João sleeps on the inside. Bit of contact. João doesn't really give that much room. But minimal contact anyway. As Boyman will still have DRS. The next bit of the straight I don't think will be enough as Jack Bailey goes round the outside of him. Where has he come from? He's not up to P4. This is a good 3 laps for Jack Bailey on the harder compounded tyres. He just needs to try and keep with João now. Because he doesn't need to win this race. He just needs to finish in the points. And now Stevie is up to P10. But it's not enough. So now Ennis and Stevie will be hoping for a safety car. If a safety car comes out now, it will... I don't think it'll ruin Jack's strategy. It'll just ruin the fact that Steven and Ennis will be closer to him. As in now going onto the back straight. Yes, 1.8 now between João and Cameron. 1.9 even. And it's now 3.1 between Alex and Cameron. So the pace difference is mad around this track. Is now Jack is gaining on the harder compounded tyres. Is now Isford and Adrian are battling for P7. I think Adrian got the position done on him. But now the gap is 1.9 as we'll cut into this main straight. This back straight even. Will Jack go for it? I think he might go for it. He's flashing. João is out of ERS in his lap 4. That shows how much he's fighting. As Jack will go round the outside of him through the chicane, and he makes the move stick as Boyman almost goes into the back of João. Will this may compromise João's run? But hang on, will João get back in for DRS on Jack? Let's see. As Bangladesh retired, is it a safety car? I have a feeling it might be. Don't think it is. It's not. I don't think it's not. I don't think it is. So, still green flag running, says the FIA. As now it's 2.1 between Cameron and Jack. This might be where Jack is may struggle to catch up. But prove me wrong, Jack. He's now on the podium. So now this is where João needs to try and stick with Jack and try and re-save his ERS. But he has Boyman behind as well, who'll definitely come at him. Is now Isford gets back ahead of gets back ahead of Adrian. Sorry for missing that. And now the gap is 1.3 between Boyman. That shows how much it's been fighting between Boyman, between 3rd and 5th. And now Jack has gotten out of it. Boyman may have made a no, not Boyman. Fucking hell. Zhao has made a mistake somewhere. As now Boyman will definitely try and overtake him now to try and keep up with Jack Bailey. As now 1.3. Wow. As now Boyman will probably look for the move on JS Villeneuve, going round the outside, and he will make the move stick. But can Zhao come back at him on the second DRS straight? As now Isfod and Adrian will go trying round the outside of Isfod. Will he get the switchback done? No, he won't. He'll get the second bite of the cherry vote, the DRS straight here. Let's see, he'll be using all of his ERS. He'll go down the inside, and he should make a move stick pretty easily. Yeah, he does. As now it's 1.2 between. Jack is a man on a mission at the minute. Or it could be the fact that all the soft runners tyres are absolutely gone. I know tyre wear here is pretty scarce. It's pretty, yeah, scarce as in the tyres goes out quickly. As Isfod's retired, he made a mistake somewhere. Will that be a safety car? It is! Oh! Now do the soft runners pit, and what tyre do they go on? You see Alex's pit. What about Cameron's pit? Jack follows him into the pits. What about Boyman? Boyman pits, Alex pits, Adrian pits. So this has been a blessing, really, for Stevie and Ennis. And what tyres does Alex go for, though? Alex goes for mediums. What about Cameron? Cameron goes for hards. What about Boyman? Boyman and Villeneuve. Let's see who comes out first. Villeneuve goes for mediums. What about Boyman? Boyman goes for hards. Jack Bailey goes for softs. He had to. It was either that or hards. He wants to go softs. He's definitely doing a 2-stop now. Well, Swiss stack. What tyres is Swiss stack pitting on? As Ennis stays out. Ennis is comfortable in his 3-lap old mediums. As Swiss stack goes onto the mediums. What about Stevie? Stevie goes on the mediums. What about James Sullivan? James Sullivan goes on the mediums. So a real split strategy here with everyone either on the soft, medium or hards. As, yeah. So both Alpines are out of the race. Very disappointing for both of them to end 2021 like that. But maybe it would be quicker for them to practice on F122 now. As I will quickly check warnings. Alex has none. Cameron has 1. Jack has none. Boyman has none. Villeneuve has none. Ennis has 1, that could be contact. Adrian has none. Swiss stack has none. James has none. Stevie has 1, that actually could be a warning, to be fair. Like for exceeding track limits. Isford. Never mind, they do left. As yet, if you're tuning in now, it's lap 6. The safety car has been out for about 2 laps now. As championship leader Jack Bailey is in 3rd, who's started on mediums and went for softs. And then 4th place, who still has a chance but needs to win, and everyone else has Jack to DNF, and as well as Stevie and Dennis. Villeneuve gone on with mediums. Ennis making a bold strategy choice, to say the least. Stays on his older soft compound tyres compared to everyone else. Meaning he could get the jump on them for the first 2 laps. But then may lose positions because of it. And last is Stephen Prabhu, season 7 F5 winner, and season 5 F5 winner, but is last due to contact between Ennis on lap 1, turn 1, and has chose to stick on the medium compound tyres. So as Bert Meilander will go around hopefully for a final time in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. As it's a very long lap, Abu Dhabi. Well, this sort of Abu Dhabi with the chicane, because on 2022 That is just straight. There is no chicane there. They've just gone through now. So it's now they're on the main straight now. Oh, there's no T-Rexes in here. I can't do dinosaur facts. Let's see. I've got nothing. Hang on. Oh, I know for Abu Dhabi. Fun fact: they cannot drink champagne. They can only drink rose water because there's prohibition. I think that's the technical term where they're not allowed to drink alcohol here. So yeah, fun fact of the day. I think anyway. I don't know. As safety car is in this lap, thankfully. So you don't have to hear me ramble on about alcohol. As Alex Wells will lead the pack. That's a horrible camera angle game. That's better. Yeah, that's better. We'll lead the pack, so whenever the safety car comes in, it's his choice to see whether he can go or not. But they have until the start. He has until the start finish line to make that happen. As everyone is not really weaving as much as I thought they would be. Yeah, they're weaving from NS. There we go, a little bit weaving from everyone. As now the safety car is going up to penultimate corner and hopefully into the pit lane. So we can see, when does Alex lead the pack? When does he go? Does he go before the final corner, after the final corner? When does he go? Safety car is now in the garage. So whenever Alex can go, and I think he's gone now. Yes, he has. Has he caught out anyone? Has anyone been caught out because of it? Let's see, I don't think so. As Stevie was already looking for the move on James Sullivan into turn 1. Does he go for it? No, he doesn't. As Villeneuve gets a horrible exit. Oh, they've almost made contact. Ennis may have got throwing damage from that, I don't know. But will Ennis send it down the inside of it on the chicane? No, he won't. Will Adrian do, his teammate? No. As Villeneuve, I think, tried to send it on Boyman, but didn't. See, this is holding up so much time between P3 and P4. As Villeneuve will send it down the inside of the hairpin. Yes, he has better traction and better ERS and better power. It will be João Santos. Can Ennis make a move to make it 3 wide? He's got more straight line speed than Boyman. Will he send it on Villeneuve as well? Let's see. He forced Villeneuve to go defensive. He'll be round the outside, maybe switch back to the switch back. Oh, he did. As Jack gets ahead. Jack gets ahead of Cameron. What about now? Will he still go for it? Will Adrian still go for it? Hang on. Adrian down the inside of Boyman and does not go for it. See, Jack using the soft tyres immediately, like I said, for him and for Ennis, but Ennis is a 5-lap hold. As the gap is 1.6, 1.5, 1.4. As Stevie, how is he 3.4 seconds behind? Does he have damage? He has no front wing. What happened to Stevie? As we have a Swiss stack spinning. He's lost a bit of damage, I think. So let's see. Adrian sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at the minute. What about Ennis? No move yet into turn 1, I believe. As James Sullivan pits, Swiss stack doesn't, so it wasn't Swiss stack who had damage, as James Sullivan gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As Boyman and Alex, will Boyman and Adrian send it? No, he will not. He thinks about a bet to maybe save it for the hair, just after hairpin on the straight, as Boyman may get a compromise exit. He goes wide. This may allow Adrian to go down the inside. He does. Does he have better traction? As I think Boyman let him past. Let's see now, Ennis 8 tenths behind. So he must have had a poor sector 1. Villeneuve had a brilliant one as he got a bit squirrely in the entry and missed the curb. As Ennis as well gets squirrely on the exit this time. This will allow Algard and Boyman to catch up. As Stevie and Sullivan are battling for P9 as it is, and Stevie gets to move on. So we'll cut back here. As now a hunt on Jack Bailey for Alex Wells on soft tyres. Jack Bailey has more ERS than Alex at the minute. But Alex is using it to get away, and he is. Let's see, will Jack get the fastest lap of the race or will he not? DRS is now enabled. Let's see, you can use it. As both AlphaTauris get a bit scrolly on the exit. As I don't think Ennis may get DRS unless Villeneuve gets a horrible right-hander. He may not, so this will allow Adrian. As Adrian, oh, he has a moment there, he saves it though. He will still be in the DRS of Ennis though. As Ennis will not be in the DRS of Villeneuve. So is there a bit of team orders between the AlphaTauri team? Will Ennis let Adrian go without a fight, or will they battle for it? Because this is technically for maybe P2 in the championship if Ennis keeps his position. As Adrian will go down the inside of him and will make the move. Will Ennis go back at him or will he stay behind? Let's see, he's using his ERS. Now he's not. Will he go for it? I think he's too far back to go for a move anyway. And Ennis is smart. I think you want to stay behind him, save the ERS. And maybe let Algaard catch Villeneuve. So now it's almost 3 seconds. Hang on, has he got damage? No. Alex is on a mission right now. As now Villeneuve is trying to catch up to P3 Cameron Don. 24-18. I need to correct myself here, because I think if Villeneuve gets P3 and Stevie has spun and Stevie lost his front wing, so you could find the time in quali but not in the race it seems, as he's spinning everywhere. As now, let me check. The gap is only 1.1 between Algaard and Zhao, and the gap is 1.2 between Zhao and Cameron. So this will be exciting. This maybe allow Ennis to catch up if they start battling. As Ennis is out of the DRS of his teammates. Out of his teammates' DRS. Let's see. Does Villeneuve have DRS? No, he doesn't. Neither does Adrian. 18 points exactly, so there'll be 59. So it's a slow, as Stevie again, Stevie spun again. He's not out. He really needs another safety car for him to still have a title, hopes. Yeah, Zhao needs maybe second place with the fastest lap to become P2. I think. No, because Ennis will get points, never mind. So Ennis just needs 10 more points than Stevie, and he'll get P10. No, he needs 5 more points. I'm terrible at maths, by the way, if you can't tell. As now Villeneuve, I should probably stick away from maths, so stick on the racing, as Villeneuve is now just about within a second of Cameron. Will he keep it for the second DRS straight? No, he won't. He's lost a bit of time there, and Adrian has catched up. As Cameron's out, was that a safety car? Will that be a safety car? Let me find out if it's gone. Oh, he's supposed to hit the curb. I don't think that'll be a safety car. No, it won't. As now this is given Villeneuve P3. But maybe not for long though, as Adrian will have DRS. Will he go for move? His ERS was enabled, now he's disabled it. He's turned it off. Does he think he'll need it though? Oh, will he want to stay behind though? As Villeneuve is out of ERS, he's used all of it. And I think he will want to stay behind for this next straight out, Adrian. Let's see, Zhao gets a poor exit compared to Adrian. Adrian will have DRS, he's using his ERS. Which way does it go, outside or inside? Inside, and he will make the move stick. Easily. So now this this may be where Jack's tyres are starting to feeling it. And so is Ennis's. Let's see, Ennis, Zhao goes a bit wide. Adrian will probably catch up to Jack even before pitting. He's around 3 temps on him on this lap without the need of without DRS, as he's already out of a second, out of Zhao's second. Monstrous pace from the AlphaTauri driver. He will be catching up to the sister team, or the brother team, I guess. I don't know. They'll be catching up to the Red Bull, who is losing time to the Haas. The Red Bull is losing time to the Haas. I don't think you can say this in the 2022 season, or the 2021 season for that matter. But it's equal cars. The only thing different is the liveries. It's 1.8. It's now 4.3. Yeah, the gaps are starting to show here. So the question is, when does Ennis pit? Let me check gap to leader. Leader, there we go. So the gap is 17, and the gap 20 seconds. The pit lane can't be any longer for 22 seconds. So he'll come out P7, P8, NS. Jack will come out, maybe P6? So either way, it's 5.6 now, as I'll check to the interval now. It's 6.1. So I mean, there are still some tyres left in it. As now, the tyres are going now, or Boymans are just warming up, as he's now almost within a second of Ennis. When does Ennis pull the trigger and pit? He pits now. Maybe he's aiming for the undercut of Jack Bailey. Will it be that powerful? He's now pitting. What tyres does he go on for? Does he go to the softs? Does he go into another set of softs? Does he go to mediums? He surely can't go to hards. Let's see, he goes to another set of softs. He has more fresh pair of tyres than softs. He only went out on one run, and that was on the mediums. So now he'll be in the party with others and be saying it's hammer time for him, as he needs to. Well, does he come out ahead of Swiss Stack? He does. He'll come out P6. So where will Jack Bailey come out then? Because he surely has to pit again. The tyres can't do 21 laps, surely. 5.5, as there's no more battles. Change the gap to leader. So he's 6 seconds, minus 31. At the minute, Jack will come out ahead of him, I think. For now, but if he leaves it any later, then it'll be close between the two British drivers, battling for the title, obviously. But Ennis needs to finish 11 points ahead of him. So he needs at least fourth to even be within a shot of the title. As let's see, when the British driver does not pit this lap, this will also allow Adrian to catch up. So if Adrian could do a bit of team orders and catch up before Jack pits, and maybe holding up a bit, this may allow Ennis to A, gain time on him, and B, maybe go for an overtake later on in the race. But the gap is 5 seconds. Jack's tyres need to lose an enormous amount of grip for that to happen, because I think he'll pit within the next 2 laps. And he is saving his ERS. He's not using it. I say that he's using it a bit now. He must be hearing the stream. As we are now halfway through this race. 50% of it, about 51% of it down, another 49 to go. Because I can do maths, I think, I don't know. As... yeah, it's now 4 seconds. However, Ennis is going quicker than Alex at the minute. Yeah, wow. New softs are very good. He could get fastest lap here. Let's see, 4.7, 4.8, 4.7, 4.6, 4.7, 4.5, 4.4. Okay, so it's the third sector. It's the start of the third sector where Jack is losing his time. Let's see again. 4.4 still, 4.2. It's almost gained a second on him. Does Jack pit this lap? But Jack surely must be seeing this and thinking he must pit soon. Because he set a 1 minute 41.4. That's 2 seconds off his pace. Zhao set to 40.3. He's found 2 seconds as there was a Swiss stack spinning. As Boyman pits, what does he go on to? As Ennis gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. It's made it harder for himself. As he set to 38.8. So that's about, what, 4 seconds quicker? He's gained like 4 seconds on Jack, maybe? I'll check the last lap times. Let's see, Jack. 41.4. NS 38.8, yeah, 1.3 seconds. Yeah, around 2 seconds. 2.3. I can't do maths, as you can tell, as... Yeah, so... Jack isn't really losing much time in Sector 1. No, Sector 2, sorry. Sector 1 and Sector 2. It's Sector 3, it's where all the corners, that's where he's losing all of his grip. As Boyman will come out 8 seconds behind Ennis. I think Boyman was ahead of him when he pit. So the question is, does everyone else ahead of him pit? Alex doesn't pit. Jack doesn't pit. Adrian doesn't pit. Villeneuve. Does Villeneuve pit? Villeneuve may actually come behind. Go behind Boyman, sorry. If he pits. It's now 2.9. So this surely must be the lap where Jack pits, or surely, or he would want to go an extra 3 laps to make sure the softs go to the end. So we have Ennis slightly up, still another 38.8. Yes, he doesn't lose time in Sector 1 or Sector 2 really, bearing in mind they are... I mean, Sector 2 is sort of straight. Sector 1 needs more, just a swooping right-hander, so it depends on where he's... what percentage of tyres he has on his left side. So let's see. So he actually gains time on the straight back because he's using ERS. As Alex gets a 3-second time penalty, but it may not matter as the gap is almost 7 seconds, and now it is 7.1. Now 7.3, sorry. Jack's made a mistake somewhere, surely. Oh, it must be the tyres. So surely that string of corners must have told Jack, please pit now. Let's see, it's 2.4. 2.5 still. 2.6. 2.3. So Alex stays out. What about Jack? Jack surely must pit this lap. He does. He pits this lap. Now the question is, does Ennis go ahead of him? I don't think so. But we will find out as it is 80 kilometers or 50 miles an hour. No, wait. Yeah, 50 or 39 miles an hour. 60. Whatever. Right, let's see. As Ennis is going on to the start finish straight now. Let's see. Jack does not need to buy bound to the pit lane rules now. Let's see. Where do they come out? I think Jack Brady narrowly ahead. He is. Narrowly ahead. So now then. This is now only, what, 29 seconds. I have no idea how long the pit lane is. He probably will find time on Alex due to new tyres, but will it be enough? I don't know. It's fast lap. Oh, it's a 38.5. Okay. Let's see, as we'll cut on to race leader now, Alex. I think he's been leading from start to finish, and he got pole position. So hopefully, without the commentator's curse, he will get a Grand Slam. As Stevie gets a 3-second time penalty. So this championship, maybe for him, is over. There's another gap. I'll put it on the leader still. So Alex still doesn't pit. Adrian still doesn't pit. This is where he's shown I have not been on Abu Dhabi to see how long the tyres go around. It's now 28, I think. No, okay. Just both Jack and Ennis are gaining time on Alex. And he's now on the main straight now. So if they're on the pits now, he'll be behind Boyman. But maybe within the 3 seconds of Ennis. Remember that, lads. Remember that, guys. Ennis has a 3-second time penalty. As Swiss Stack pits. And does not get a speeding penalty. So what ties does Swiss Stack on to then? It's 12 laps old. This could be an indicative. This could indicate, sorry. What ties has he gone? He goes on the softs. So I think his softs can go. I think softs can go to the end from now comfortably. Ennis will struggle, but I think maybe possible, but comfortably from now on, I think the softs can go to the end. Stevie needs to pit as well. Let's look at Ennis. Does Ennis pit? No, not Ennis. So Ennis was already pit 4 laps ago, mate. Alex does not pit. What about Adrian? Adrian does not pit. What about Villeneuve? Villeneuve is losing a bucket load of time on Jack Bailey. This may be a fastest lap for Jack Bailey incoming. He's surely gained at least like 2 seconds on him. Let's see, 36, 37. It is. It's a 38.2. It goes 3 times faster than Alex's fastest lap. He's now 3.6, 3.5. He could get within DRS by the end of this lap. It's the gap now, so 25 seconds. So now this is where it's starting to become tight. Between if Alex can pit and get ahead of Jack, or would he even pit? Will Jack need to make up something like 30 seconds or 35 seconds? Let's see, we're coming in through the chicane now, sector 3. As James Sullivan gets another 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's now going through the blind corner, or Narnia. This is my, but this is like everyone's version of Narnia. Oh, I thought he spun then, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord and Saviour. Okay, right. As he's now going through, he's going up to the penultimate corner now. Let's see, will he pit? No, he doesn't pit. What about Adrian? Adrian almost loses it there, Jesus. And it's now 8 tenths. Jack has now got the gap for 7 tenths now. So this shows how much time. Oh my, look how much time Zhao is losing. Well, I think he lets him by. So Zhao lets Jack Bailey by. Does Zhao pit? He does not want to get in his way. And now Jack will not get the RS on the straight. As Jack Bailey sets a 37.9. That goes 3 tenths quicker than his last lap time. And now 21 seconds. Alex will be seeing this. Alex should be thinking about pitting right now. I think they've all left it a bit too late. If they pit like 2 laps ago, I think when Swiss Stack did, I think it would have been fine. But now they'll need to pit. Hope they come ahead of Jack, or if they're not ahead of Jack, try and get ahead of him. And for Alex, even more so, he needs to get ahead of him and win by 3 seconds to keep P1. But I don't know if Jack will be battling for P1 again. Oh, this will be flashbacks. This will be flashbacks to Jack, because in season 6 in Brazil, he was battling with a Haas for P1 and did not get it. But he won the title anyway, and it looks like it'll be under similar conditions as well. It's another gap. It's under the 10-second mark now, officially, for between Adrian and Jack. It's about 21, yeah, 21.9, 22 flat. Right. Alex does not pit. Is Alex going to go to the end? I think it's too late for him to pit, so they may have to go to the end. As Adrian does not pit. Well, I mean, is it worth a shout to pit? Let's see. He doesn't think so. As now the gap is still 12.8. It's 7.5 now. So Jack Bailey is a man on a mission right now. He can just about see the AlphaTauri in sight. But his main focus... Oh, and Stevie spins. Has Stevie lost his front wing? I don't think he has. I'm surprised there's only been one safety car, to be honest. I thought there'd be like 2 or 3. So bad to worse for second place in the standings. I think it might be clear now that he won't be getting the constructors win. No, not maybe the constructors win, but definitely not the drivers win. As we are still having Jack Bailey hunting down the top 2, as Stevie now pits. As we're heading into the final 6 laps. Will he be lapped? I don't think he'll be lapped per se, as Alex stays out again for another lap. Let's see, what about Adrian? I think the top 2 have to stay out. Because I think Alex has the gap if he doesn't spin. That has the gap. Unless his tyres absolutely explode. He has the gap to Jack. To maybe stay out. As Steven probably maybe shown the blue flags. It's now 6.1. As now James Sullivan going for the overtake on Swiss Stack, and he makes it work. The Swiss Stack will have the DRS for the second straight. Will he come back at him, or will James Sullivan be too far ahead because he got a very good exit out of the chicane? He's staying in the middle of the track. He won't. Swiss Stack is not close enough. As the gap is now just about under 6 seconds. There's still 8 tenths between Swiss Stack and Sullivan. However, Adrian is still losing time to Alex, even though they're on the same age tyres. So maybe Alex is keeping his tyres well compared to Adrian here. As we'll see how much does Jack catch up this lap alone. Will he get it under the 5-second mark? Let's see, as he will do. But I think you need the similar like that throughout the entire race. Throughout the last 4 free laps. To maybe have a shot of getting P2. Because I think P1 is off the cards for him now, unless there's a late safety car. It's now 8 tenths still between Swiss Stack and James. Swiss Stack won't be close enough for this straight, but if he can get a good exit, he may be close enough for the second straight to go for a move. Let's see. Gets the power down now. I don't think he's close enough again. He's not close enough. As the gap now between Villeneuve and Ennis is 3.2. But his tyres are well and truly gone. Or starting to feel it. And now it's 12.8. So that's gone down by 4 tenths. So I think Alex made a mistake somewhere in sector 2. It's now 3.8. As now James Sullivan is officially out of Swiss Stack's DRS. And Swiss Stack makes a mistake and he spins. Is that due to contact with Stephen? I don't know. Or James, I don't know. But we'll cut on to AGU, dude. Let's see, does not pit. I think it's too late for him to pit, I think. So let's see, how much will Adrian have to defend? Because now Jack can see him. He seems to pass 2 laps at the end of the straight, but now he can see him. That's what he's aiming for. He is visibly closer. So is Ennis. Ennis is now 2.4. But for Ennis to get P4, he needs to overtake him and gain 3 seconds on him. But he's not been using his ERS. Maybe if he started using his ERS, he'd be getting closer. As there is a spinner of Swiss stack again. Please get out of the way for Algard. Has I given Algard the ERS? I don't think it has. No, it hasn't. His now gap is 2.5. Can he get it to under 2 seconds, Jack Bailey? We'll find out in Sector 3, so that's where all the time is, I think. I say that, he has found basically all of it there. Prove me wrong, Jack, anymore, please. It's now 1.2 seconds still. It's now heading into the final sector. This may be where the soft tyres will show how much more grip it has compared to them old mediums. It's 1.8. See, as we head on to the 26th lap of this Grand Prix, Alex will see how much he's gained, how much Jack has gained on him. They could be close to puncher territory as well. It'll be heartbreak for Alex and Adrian if they both have punctures on the final 2 laps. This is now 1.5. I don't think Jack will get DRS on the straight unless Algard has a terrible right-hander. Let's see, it doesn't look like it. I don't think he'll get DRS to straight. Let's see, oh, he's gained a lot of time there though, and he won't not get it. As we have Stevie overtaking James Sullivan for P7, but I think that's as much as he'll get, as the gap between him and Boyman is 57 seconds. And he's now 1 second. There's been a mistake by Swistak again, but now JD Bailey is now within a second of Adrian. How much does Adrian defend? He has 20% more overtake. Which way does Jack Bailey go? Because DRS gives you an extra 12 kilometers an hour more power. As with ready to go outside or inside, Jack Bailey does not dive it. He will stay behind him for Sector 3 maybe. Will he go for a dive in Sector 3? Let's see. Because he'll be holding... I think Jack knows the winners off the cards for him, maybe. As Alex will go around on this straight, going to turn 1 for penultimate time. And it's now 2 attempts. Jack is basically pushing him through the final sector. Surely he must get the overtake done on the first DRS straight. As now Ennis is also within 2 attempts. He's also pushing the Ferrari driver through the 3rd sector, basically. As now it's 1/10. Does Jack go for the move on the chicane? No, he does not. He stays behind him, almost goes into the back of him though. Let's see. Can Jack get a better exit out of him to help him overtake even more? Let's see. I don't think he does. As Adrian will be using all of his ERS. No, he's not. Neither's Jack. So let's see. Will Jack go for it on this straight, or will he go for it on the 2nd straight? And there's 4 attempts now between Villeneuve and Dennis. Out Adrian and out, yeah. Oh, but Jack gets a very good exit. Which way does he go? Outside or inside? He goes around the outside, does the British driver, and he go into P2. And Ennis, the British driver as well, but also I think races under the Albanian flag, goes into P4. but now he has to gain about 2.6 seconds on him, on Zhao. Within the next 2 laps, it won't be hard as Zhao has DRS. Does he go outside or inside? He does not. He does not go either. And this will allow Boyman to catch up as well. As now it's the final lap of the Grand Prix for Alex Wells. He just needs to keep it on the track and not spin for him to win this race. And maybe get some personal glory for him, as he had a collision with Stevie in P7, who's in P7 at the minute at Australia. Which means he couldn't probably have challenged to win as much as he would like to have. But now, going on this first DRS straight for the final time. As Adrian is already out with DRS, but Villeneuve is still within the DRS. Still within Ennis's DRS. Could he go for a move actually? Or maybe the second DRS straight and keep it behind us. Now, Boyman was within 8 tenths. So this could come back to worse for Ennis, as he could lose 2 positions on his final lap. But we will... Wait, no, we'll go back on it now. So, does Villeneuve go for it? Yes, he does. Does Boyman go for it? As Ennis is defending the inside very hard. As now he goes... As Villeneuve will go around the outside. As a bit of a contact maybe. Ennis has to cut the corner. Villeneuve has to go wide. He does a Hamilton. He gets a 10-second time penalty for it. Where's Boyman in all this? Who has DRS? Ennis does have DRS, so a bit of late night drama. A bit of last lap drama there between the 3 drivers. Ennis cut the corner a bit. Villeneuve did a Hamilton 2021, and now he's slowing down. I think he's slowing down to let the drivers pass as Ennis crosses the line. Alex crosses the line to win. But Jack Bailey will round the final corner now, and it will come round to win the F5 mini-season, to be the F5 mini-season champion. Adrian will come out to take P3 as more contact between Villeneuve and Ennis, as Boyman gets past as well, so it could be more contact there. Does Ennis go down the inside? Oh, he does, but he cuts it off. A bit of bumping, there's a bit of contact there, as in the front. Oh, there's a lot of contact. As let's see who finishes between them. I think it might have been Ennis, but because Zhao had a 10-second time penalty, he would still finish behind him. So as we just wait for Stevie, commiserations to him. It just wasn't his race today. As you have Swistak spinning as well. I think Swistak's doing donuts. Yes, he is. We are watching you, Max. You are watching you doing donuts. Go on, do a bit more. Proper way to end the F1 2021 game. Please don't spin. Oh, he spun it there. Come on, a bit more. Yes. No. As now Stevie will come across the line as well, and will take P7. And now we're just waiting for James Sullivan to cross, the last person to cross the line, but we'll get P8 and there will be points for him. As I will see if anyone wants to do interviews. As I will see if any of the top 3 drivers will want an interview. Well, congratulations to Alex Wells, who won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, but even more bigger congratulations to Jack Bailey, who wins the F5 mini-season championship. Adrian will come home in P3 with Boyman with Benga P4, and Severa comes P5 with João Santos P6, and then Stephen probably after making contact with Ennis in lap 1 turn 1 means he was put back to the grid and couldn't recover in time. James Sullivan goes P8, Max goes P9, and the people who DNF'd was Cameron Don, Fodor Istvan, and Asif Albam. So I will get maybe interviews in. So who wants it? One, Adrian. Dude and JD Bailey. There we go. I have invited them to the party. Yeah. Hello, Jack.
Alright.
Can you make sure that you guys can be heard, because there are problems at Austria that they can be heard.
Yeah, should be right.
Is Alex in as well? I think I saw him join. Yeah, he's in. Okay, so we'll start with Adrian. Were you confident about this track going into this, or was this a bit of a track that you just wanted to get past you?
Yeah, the last one. I don't like this track at all, but I'm quite yeah. I have no problem with my result. I am.
Yeah. Was it your plan to stay out, or was it, oh, Jack's pitted, I'll try and stay out to see if I can get ahead of him?
Nah, I thought of staying out because I didn't think I could push. I didn't have the pace, so that was kind of the only option I had. So.
I mean, it seems you have pace. You were catching up. You were catching up and overtaking people left, right, and centre. So, and you were also catching Alex at one point. But did the tyres just seem to go then, or?
Yeah, my tyres were dead at the end. But you should see it. If you look at the qualifying pace, I was miles behind. So that's my true pace.
And I think that result puts you P7 in the F5 mini season. So congratulations to you for that. As I think we'll go on to the race winner first. Before the F5 mini-season champion. So, Alex, seemed like a comfortable race for you. Just talk to me through it.
Well, on lap 1, around the start, Steven tried to send over the inside of me, and I saw Ennis going around the outside of me. So I left both of them enough room, and I don't know what happened.
I think Ennis and Stevie collided. You didn't do anything. There was no contact for you. So, like I said to Adrian, was it your plan to stay out and do the opposite to Jack, or did you just think the tyres could go to the end?
Yeah, it was just the opposite to Jack.
And it paid out in the end. Were you a bit nervous when you got the 3 seconds, or did you still think you had it covered?
I had one warning previous to the penalty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, the game being the game, thank God we have F122. As now we'll move on to the F5 mini-season champion, Jack. You did your qualifying lap, and then didn't do another one. Why was that?
Wait, I crashed. It was pretty simple, Jacob. I hit the wall, my wheel fell off, so I couldn't do another lap. I was a little bit irritated.
Yeah. And then you had to start an immediate compound tyre.
Yeah.
Was that a bit of a blessing in disguise, maybe, or?
No, hated every minute of it. Because there's always going to be a safety car, and I knew I was going to have to pit.
Yeah.
Probably twice.
And then you.
So yes, struggled.
Yeah. Then you pitted for a set of softs. And then pitted for another set of softs and came out like what, P6, P5?
I can't remember.
And then fought your way back up to P2. What were your thoughts going through that? Was it just have a bit of fun, or go for
which
the win?
one? Sorry, say it again. I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. It's all kicking off.
The second soft strategy, the one where you pitted from soft to another set of softs.
Oh, I just saw Ennis pit and I thought, well, I may as well come in. I wasn't bothered about anything else.
Yeah. So, did you see what happened at the contact between? I know Alex did.
knocked him off. But that's just me being cynical. I'll have to have a look at it. It was a shame because it ruins the race. Really, it was a bit of a boring race, to be honest.
And
well, never mind.
Were you confident going into this race, or were you?
No, not at all. No, not practiced, not very well. So it's struggle.
Did come back from America, but
it was okay.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. Well, never mind. It's good fun.
So now you guys can delete this game.
Onto the new
forget
one.
about it and onto the new one.
Absolutely.
Have you not got it yet, Alex?
No.
Oh wait, yeah, because you don't have enough money for it yet. Adrian, I think you already have it.
Yeah, I have it.
First thoughts?
New. Struggling a lot, but it's quite fun.
Yep. I have no more questions. So thank you for watching this finale for F5 mini season. Tune in about a month's time for the start of ERO season 9 or 8. 8. And then on Sunday there is an F4 F5 mini season race for something else. So are you gonna commentate for that one, Jack, or? Alright, perfect. And that's all from me. And yeah. Goodbye.